Yeah, when 70-year-old Gary Brott was murdered inside his Freedom, Oklahoma home, we were told it was a robbery. But the full story turned out to be much more complex than that. And new tonight, we uncovered it could have been part of a much larger crime ring. And now state investigators are involved. Freedom, Oklahoma is a town of some 200 people. Everyone knows everyone. But it's what they didn't know that left them shocked.
Every day is a roller coaster for me. I go from missing my dad to angry at him.
On April 11th, 70-year-old Gary Brott was murdered in his home, along with 19-year-old Timothy Wilcox, a family friend who was taking care of him. Court documents reveal Brott allegedly had been paying two people to have sex in front of him. One of those people is one of three now charged in his murder.
Nobody in that town would have suspected my dad of that. And I still have a hard time wrapping my brain around it, and I get angry and frustrated because I don't know why he would do that.
KOCO sat down with the 70-year-old victim's daughter and her husband, who was the Major County Sheriff. Anthony Robinson believes the suspects were part of a prostitution ring, a problem he believes is bigger than local investigators can handle.
It's connected with cartel members and other drug rings, human trafficking. I mean, it's a problem that law enforcement as a whole knows about, and it's at times difficult to build a case on simply because, like you stated, the victims are also guilty of a crime themselves, so it makes it difficult for them to reach out to law enforcement for help.
According to court documents, an hour before the killing, one of the people Brott had paid to have sex texted the other, saying he was going to rob Brott. She demanded to go along, even after they found out the innocent 19-year-old was in the home.
Not only did they plan to kill my dad, they planned to kill Tim, who was innocent in the whole thing, and I think that hurts a little bit more even, because he was not blood brother to me, but he was my brother. I think kids saw a retired old man that they thought had money and actually didn't, and they took advantage of that situation for drugs.
Prosecutors say the two tried to cover up the crime and create an alibi. Now the heartbroken family is demanding justice and change.
I do believe that agencies that are involved are taking the correct steps to try and get this ring.
We reached out to OSBI asking about these alleged prostitution rings blackmailing their clients and if this was a problem they're seeing. OSBI says they can't comment or confirm. Now, 3 people have been arrested for the murders. Elijah Mann, one of the 2 people we mentioned in the story, Christopher Padilla, who documents say was at the home at the time of the crime, and Caitlin Gorey, who documents say was inside the car at the scene. On December 16th, a judge will tell us if this case goes to trial or if the suspects take a plea. As for Mia Davis, she's been charged with prostitution, conspiracy, and aiding and abetting a murder. Reporting live, Kylie Thomas, KOCO 5 News.